Hello everybody, hello everybody, Poco here again with another pontification. This time I'm talking about the body, the human body, and more specifically the fuel that we use. I call it fuel because this is what I'm looking at, is the fuel that we use and how it affects the body. That's the fuel we use today. So a lot of the food that we use today is called UPF. Ultra processed food. Now we all know that if you put petrol in a diesel engine or diesel in a petrol engine, it don't function too well. Well, over the last 40, 50, 60 years, the wonders at the Food Manufacturers Association have created a product or a range of products that are called UPF, ultra processed food. Okay, so this ultra processed food is something, we are a design machine from many, many years ago. And quite honestly, if we eat the same way as our parents, grandparents, great-grandparents, depending how old you are, they ate food that was designed, that our bodies were designed to deal with. Now, our bodies are a pretty phenomenal machine, really. We have got a defense mechanism that keeps all the bugs out. We are able to glue our bones back together. So we're a pretty efficient machine, but we need the right fuel to keep us going. So what we have to avoid is UPF as far as we can. There are a couple of surveys that I've read recently. One is from Brazil, and they looked at 250,000 people and fed them different diets, including UPF. And they came up with some interesting results. And they basically said, the more UPF you eat, the quicker you're going to start falling apart. You may live longer, but you won't be healthy longer. So they might stick you on some kind of medication. Well, we all know about that. Almost everybody over 50 is on some kind of medication, unless you're outliers like me. But so this is where we have to start looking at information. So the other information I looked at was in the LANCET just a week ago. If you don't know what the LANCET is, look it up. But it's a very prestigious publication from the UK. Another thing I remember reading in the UK is that they reckon around now 50% of the population will get cancer at some point during their life. Now that tells you that getting cancer is becoming normalized. Now, when I was a kid, very few people got cancer. If they did, they usually didn't survive. But today, it seems like something almost, well, not everybody, but most people get. And it's considered to be normal. That, to me, is pretty crazy. Another piece of information that you may look at is, why is it that we seem to be so fascinated with fats and sugars? We eat them when we know we shouldn't. Like, walk past a donut shop and try not going in there and eating one of those donuts with glazing on it or sprinkly things on it. It's tough to do. Reason for that is that when we were designed, yes, I'm using that word again, designed, we were designed in a time when fats and sugars, fats came from animals, sugars came from fruit, were in short supply. So there's a little chip in our brains that says, oh, fats and sugars, load up, because we don't know when we're going to get any more again. Well, then so we can't resist it. And here's another bit that you might be interested in. They went and asked the Food Manufacturers Association to comment on this research. Guess what they said? Not enough research, need to do more research. Well, I'll tell you, there was another time in history, about 30, 35 years ago, when another organisation used the same terminology when they were talking about what they make. Guess what they used to make? Cigarettes. And you know how they are. So, if you don't want me used as a guinea pig by the Food Manufacturers Association, cut down on what they eat. Because what they're giving you is going to make you sick. And that is not a good idea. And that will do for today. Thanks for checking in. Oh, shout out to the last half a dozen people who said, oh, we'd like to sign up for you. Thanks a lot. I hope you enjoyed the video. Bye.